Welcome everyone to a interesting look at AI War 2. I don't know why I said interesting, just because I don't know how to describe this video. It's going to be kind of like an early look. I'm not going to be going very deep into the gameplay. I planned this video to be about 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is pick this start right here. Tortuga, look Tortuga, that's what I should be saying to myself. This is just a very simple, very basic look at the game. But it's just gone into early access. I was a big fan of the original AI War. In fact, from my community, through my Discord, we arranged several multiplayer games. So this AI War 2 is exactly what you think. It's the next, it's the sequel to AI War. I don't need to say much more about it. For those of you who weren't familiar with AI War, the original, the real linchpin to the gameplay, the real interesting factor which sets it apart from other real-time strategy games is the fact that you're playing against an AI, a computer. This is actually the background for the game. There's an AI which has completely taken over everything, and we're the last bastion of humanity. You can kind of think of this if you're familiar with the Matrix type stories. The Matrix trilogy, you can kind of think of this as we are humanity and the AI, as in the AI from the Matrix, has taken over everything. And maybe humans are in pods being used as batteries, which probably is not the best way of using humans. But anyway, that's the backdrop for the story. The AI has taken over everything, and we're like just some minuscule, the AI does not even care about us, even though we're building up ships. And this AI progress means how much the AI cares about us. So it's built into this that the AI does not care about us in the beginning. Then as we start expanding and doing more things, the AI will start to pay more attention to us, and then we'll have to fight bigger and bigger battles. Rally here, and we'll do this as a group. I need a control group first. And for military, we'll do attack moves.
Moving arc to new
so that
station.
they attack when they get into optimal distance, and we'll move as soon as we're on pause, and everyone else is going to go into this group as well if I do that. Good. Now I really enjoyed the original AI War. The whole premise, especially in multiplayer, I found that the premise was wonderful, that we could just sit, basically slowly try to piss off the big guy, the big AI, as slowly as possible. And I don't know why I have such a hard time getting all these ships. Why is it? Anyway, we'll just wait for them to blob up and then we'll move out. So the same premise holds true in AI War 2. Here's the threat too. AI forces actively waiting to strike. Most AI forces will not bother you until you bother them. These units, however, they come when they sense weakness, so probably we should just keep our defenses high enough. I played a few skirmishes of this, and I have to say I didn't get far enough to get a good feel for it. I was constantly discovering some new thing I really need to do. So for now, let's just go ahead and move through this. All military move through here.
Yes,
taking fire behind enemy lines.
It's a little weird. I think this might be figured out later, or I'm doing something wrong. I want right now all the ships that come. This is nice that they move into a control group. Right now it says they're moving into control group 1. So I hit 1, and everyone should be in that control group. By the way, we should not be fighting. We are. So now when we move to another planet, there's guard posts. These, see, it says down here, guard post. That's the things we really need to look out for. Now I'm on attack move, which means things should just be attacking the moment they get into range.
I'll have it done.
Looks like we have this one, Arc 1, which is some behemoth of a ship. 2 million for shields and hull. It's quite strong. You can see on another ship, this is less than, not even 1 million, not even 1,000 for some of them. Anyway, just have them move, attack move, which is the attack move. They can also do pursue, which means that they'll actually hunt down ships. They'll move possibly into other guns range while doing that. WASD is camera control. I like the interface. Basically, one of the complaints about the original AI War is that it is a bit obtuse, a bit hard to get into.
Right away, sir.
I think that this number 2, this is early access. I should have mentioned that immediately, and a lot is expected to change. I even want to show you that some of the writing is done. This person, for the developer, as far as I can tell, or I shouldn't say this person, is probably, it might actually be a team. It was, I think, only one or a few people for the original game, but he even, or they even show their expertise on things such as VSync and frame rate. So this huge description goes into whether or not you should be using these things. And you can look at the very, very bottom line here. Looking for excellent technology to eliminate screen tearing without eliminating game performance. The things to look into are G-Sync and FreeSync. Like, you're getting free computer advice in the settings window, which I think kind of speaks to this person's expertise. But not only that, they're like open sharing development process. So I've already seen that they're like, okay, we're going to make these changes, and okay, thanks for this. So I expect that this will be one of those cases, I hope at least, knock on wood, that this will be one of those cases of early access done correctly. They'll listen to feedback. Hopefully they already have, I mean, I'm sure that they already have a plan, so it won't be that they, you know, sway with the wind and are constantly changing their development platform. We've seen this a few times where basically the vocal minority changes gameplay or a game's direction. Probably not for the better, not always for the better at least. So I hope that this is, I assume in fact that this is not going to be one of those cases. Yeah, this is what I mean. I don't know why these guys are not going into there. They should all go in there. I want them all, I want like every military, I need like a hotkey which selects every military ship I have. And so far that hasn't worked. So, you know, all these guys clumping up, even though they should all be part of Control 1. Anyway, I don't really know how to work with this groupings thing. It seems to me it might actually be partly broken, or I'm doing something wrong. So, who knows which. Anyway, so this is the very beginning of the game. We're just expanding to our first other system. In this original system, the things we could have done are started to build up defenses, but I don't think economically there's anything I can do. Now, I should say that I played this game for probably 2 hours. I like to play games for, you know, like 10 hours probably before I give a good first impression. However, I found that I was struggling to even get to that point with this game. Like after 2 hours, I know that I want to be better at this game, and I really want to play it multiplayer probably more than anything. Because that was how I enjoyed the first one so much. So I'll wait on these things. It's still early access. It's going to be developed well. But in case you were kind of wondering how things were going, or maybe you haven't even heard of the fact that AI War 2 is currently under development, it is. So that's what this video can serve. The purpose it can serve is just to alert people as like a news broadcast. Hey, AI War 2 is in development. So we'll get rid of, now, right now we're only at 10 AI progress. You can see that in the bottom section it says new AI ship type unlocked every 40 AIP. Hunter waves locked every 180. And reprisal waves unlocked also at 60. Wormhole invasions unlocked at 140. So basically everything shows that as you get higher, as you piss off the AI more, they start to pay attention to you more, and not obviously in good ways. Now we went up 5, and it's going to go up a little bit more. When we destroy this, should go up to 40. Now, what can we expect at 40? Remember, if it now wants to give me this pop-up, does not. There. New AI ship is now unlocked. Okay, what we can do now is go over here and build a colony ship. I also should have built engineers. We'll just build a bunch of these. And they help build each other too. Okay, there, cap hit. And then these engineers will help build this colony ship, which is already done. So we'll go to Ollie, we'll conquer it. And you know what? We're going to send some engineers along with them. So control right click moves you through these different wormholes. I think they're wormholes, maybe jump points. I'm not sure how what the description is in the lore of this game. And then, so control right click is to move through it, and control left click is to just navigate your own GUI through it. So I can quickly control left, and control right would tell ships to move through it. Now what I want to do here is get this colony ship to build an economic command center. Where do I want to build this? Well, I usually want to build them, well, in this case I don't think it matters. I'll just build it here.
Crews are At your disposal.
I like to create choke points, but in this case, this part of the galaxy I expect will be completely isolated. I'll have like a big defensive base in this system, which will secure these 4 very easily. It's nice to look for choke points and then, you know, wall off here, here, and here. So this will be one way, the tier 1 wall, then this will be like the tier 2 wall. And then you can see, find other breakpoints, like tier 3 could be right here. Also, I don't know. You know, it's fun to kind of think about these things, but I'm sure we won't get that far in this gameplay. Okay, so while we're going here, let's get all our military ships as control 1. Now, at this point, I think it works that they all are built into my group, I hope. So, all my military ships.
Seems wise.
And which one do we want to go after next? By the way, I made a big mistake. I should have been scouting first. We have these scouts that we should be using. And the way this works, the dock queue, by the way, is it just, when you click on it, it immediately builds them all. Okay, actually I do not want the scouts as part of this team. Let's find a scout. Okay, let's get these guys. And how do I make these guys not, I think, military? Yeah, scouts are not part of military. So good, we have all the scouts wherever we're going to need, and what I can do is just one by one send these guys somewhere. You can just hit tab to go to this system map, galaxy map I should say, and then control left click. We'll just keep doing this until we send a bunch of scouts around. Whoop, don't want all of them. Kind of need them spread out a little bit. Go here. Go here. And that's enough for now. So we can kind of see what's around. This is a level 2 planet. That'll be a little more difficult. So let's definitely go to Ingol's first. Okay, control right click, in we go. Now the way this rally works, they'll go through Dietz and into Ingol's to reinforce. As I was starting to say, or maybe I finished saying, I don't know. This building of the docks, they build up until your ship maximum. They use metal, they use energy. Every ship uses energy. Metal is used only on the construction side of things. So you can see ours is quickly regenerating, and it drops every time we have to build a ship. So that ship building process means that somebody was destroyed. So
consider it done.
so we can see Dietz is already ours. Ollie is now ours. And we will quickly, hopefully, destroy what's left in this system. I should go to Dietz and create a colony ship. And this will eventually go into Ingles. So in Ollie, is there anything else I need to do? I think the basic stuff you should get is already built for you. Like, this is part of my confusion, is I don't want defenses. Infrastructure, the stuff I want is only, well, I mean, I guess we can build a second science lab. We have one already in Dietz, and we probably don't need more than 2. But I want stuff which is going to improve my, oh, we can gather hacking. Is there any hacking left in Dietz? Is there a way to find out? Let's just build a hacker so that I know how many hacking points are left. Planet Dietz, you can see down here, has 0 hacking points left. Okay, go to Ollie. We have some points somewhere, right? So just do this. We have 8 engineers. We'll just have them sit here. Our research lab has 360 science left. So the science, also kind of the same as the original game. You can upgrade ships. As far as I can tell, there's like no disadvantage to upgrading everything to at least level 2. You might want to specialize eventually, but this is just going to make our ships better when they fight, which we probably desperately need. Okay, so we're being attacked here because our guys are not in pursuit mode. There's also stop to shoot mode. I don't know if there's a disadvantage or an advantage with that. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Is there a way to speed up the games at all?
All sources of scientific knowledge in this system are exhausted.
Okay, we exhausted Ollie. We can go to level 2 speed. That's good. You can see this is the rebuilding ships. They're automatically put in our queue.
Absolutely, sir.
Just going to move them around, and hopefully they kill all the other ships. We still have... Oh, you can see that we're rebuilding ships so quickly that we're actually starving for metal. That just means that the outflow is greater than the inflow. But eventually it'll be fine as soon as we stop needing to build ships, which apparently happen right now. We're starting to gain metal back, so it's all fine. We're doing pretty well. Okay, so let's just go up here, take this, and now this is another system which we are going to grab for ourselves. We already built a colony ship, so we just get this, just send it right through even. We'll just sit down here, hopefully unmolested.
Excellent idea.
And down we go to the last thing, which is the command station itself. Now note, this is going to knock us over the 60 wave limit. Excuse me. So we can expect a retaliation, which I wasn't ready for last time. I lost.
Yes.
What's more is I want to actually take, before the retaliation, I want to take this place, and I want to take this place because I want this very simple one choke point to defend. So you can see Dietz will be the target of an attack in 10 minutes. The attack strength is considered just a strength of 2. I have a strength, this S is combat strength, I have a combat strength of 23 moving around. What do I have here? We have a combat strength of 10, so in theory I should win that fight. Well, okay. Let's first get my colony ship, wherever it is. There it is. To build another... You're a colony ship, right? Yeah. Build. Yeah. I want another economy one, because this is all economy focused, I would say. And I think we'll stay away from... Well, I guess we'll want to disrupt things with...
It's our time to shine.
If they happen to get this far, we'll want to disrupt their movement, so I'll put that there. Go ahead and go through the Tesla.
On our way.
Taking fire on enemy world.
And go ahead and attack.
We'll take care of that.
Let's see, lots of stuff here. So let's try to quickly move through. Hopefully just gobble up all the guard posts. The guard posts, I don't know if I fully mentioned this, are what generates the enemies. So these are a bunch of Corvettes, but that, like, Illuminati type symbol, the triangle with an eye in the middle, that is the guard post symbol, and that's what actually builds units. And these are, by the way, Guardians are horrible. Just terrible things to have to fight.
That seems wise.
Yeah, quite a sizable defense here. So you can see these Guardians 75k hull to begin with. Something like 20k shields, or I didn't even see how many that had because we destroyed it too quickly. But and I have one super ship here, this Arc 1, by the way. You can see 2 point... I already showed it. Okay.
Yes,
we're going in circles. It's a good sign. That means I'm almost ready to draw this video to a close.
I'll have it done.
So the thing I have not found out is what are the economic tricks to it. Maybe it's not supposed to be like a StarCraft or one of those base building type strategy games. Maybe it's not supposed to be like that. In which case, okay, then I misunderstand. Because right now I just build an economic command station, and then there's nothing else I see to build. Like these things, we have hackers, colony ships, rebuilders, but energy collector, we're already at our max. It automatically builds the energy collector, so it's kind of nice. Takes that out of our hands. Then this matter converter, it produces minus 500 metal a second, generates 50,000 energy. Is this a good trade-off? Is this a bad trade-off? I don't know. I'm getting plus 7,000 here, and I have 316,000. Now, as far as I know, energy is just, you need to stay positive. That's the only thing you need to do is stay positive. So we're positive by a huge amount here. We're positive by a huge amount here. If I take this ratio, it looks about, let's call this a 50 to 1 ratio. So is the ratio here 50 to 1? That's energy collector. Matter converter, it is, no, it's 100 to 1. So it seems like it's, in that case, it seems like it's a good thing. Because it's 50 to 1, and this gives me 100 to 1. I haven't done this analysis, though, so I'm kind of, fumbling around in the dark trying to figure out what's good here.
Under attack on enemy world.
Oh, being attacked? What? So let's kill this thing. There's another thing here, which we have to kill. I need to find it. The warp station. It's already dead. Okay, now we just need to go back.
Double checking nav computer.
So I guess this is ready. We need to go back to Dietz, which is where we're going to be attacked momentarily, I think. Let's get all our engineers into the bubble. This is a nice shield barrier. We do have some scouts here. Okay, so let's send them out. And we had another one, I believe. Home shield generator, science lab. Okay, science lab is what we can move, I believe. That's what I had over here, right? Yeah, science lab, 0 science left. Okay, go ahead and move to Ingalls then. Maybe we'll move these back to diets because 1, we don't need them in here anymore. 2, we're about to be attacked here. And let's build some defenses then. How about some minefields? How much energy do these take? A little bit, but it's fine.
We'll figure something out.
Just put a whole bunch. And I think that they have to come from there, so this is why it's nice to defend from only 1 choke point. Then we'll want some turrets, which have the longest range. Okay, 10,000, 5,000, 12,000. So, yeah, we're about to be attacked.
On our way.
Put a bunch of these things, a bunch of these things. My 1 fleet needs to get back here quick.
Excellent choice.
Neglected, of course, to bring her back. They're slowly retreating.
Moving to new
Okay,
location.
good. I think we're going to hold off this first attack. Another attack with strength 24 is coming because I guess I passed the next limit. I don't know.
New head and plotted.
Some of these minefields are inactive. That's okay. I think it's mission accomplished.
10-4.
And you know what? I think this is a good place to call this first video to a close. First video. I mean, I don't think there'll be another video until there's been some more updates, but this gives you a nice idea of what's going on with AI War 2. I think it's a lot of the same of AI War 1, which should be a positive thing for anybody who enjoyed the original. And the premise, again, is very interesting, that you have to kind of sneak your way into even footing with the AI, and you have to try not to anger them too much. I'm not very good at that. So just to be honest, I'm not like an expert in this, but this serves as just a first look. Something which, you know, if you get the game and we do multiplayer, we can just learn together. So until the next episode, or whatever you watch mine, thanks for watching this, and take care.